So hello everyone and welcome back to some more news about Omsi 2 Addon London. So at this stage you are probably well aware of the release date. For those of you who are a bit out of the loop, it's the 10th of December 2020, but I'm sure most of you already know this. However, even though the release date has been announced, there are still a few questions people may have, and there are a few things that still need some answering. So that's what I'm here for. So first of all, one of the biggest questions was, what's the price of the add-on going to be? And here you have it. This is the price here. So this is the Aerosoft site. So this is the publisher of the add-on. So this is the official price here. It's going to be €30.45. This price is not available on Steam yet, but once it's published on Steam, once it goes live on the 10th of December, this will be the price that the add-on will cost. Again, this obviously, if you're paying in dollars or in pounds, is going to be different depending on the exchange rate. But nonetheless, there is your price. So that's the first question people had. So basically, it's the price we're expecting it to be. And again, it's quite reasonable considering it's the most extensive add-on for Omsi 2, and we also have, people like Kevin Nichman with their absolutely shite add-on Dusseldorf, which is the same price and features about, if we do the maths here, it's less than 1/8 of what this add-on consists of, at least. Anyway, the next part I want to talk about is the routes and basically the spicy stuff. So first of all, we know the add-on's going to include 4 buses. So actually, I probably should have talked about that first. Forgot about that. So there you go. So the 4 buses that this will include are the new Route Master. The City Bus 400 is basically the same one as the London City Bus C400, or except it's dual door. It hasn't really been changed since then. The City Bus 200 and the Evo City, which is based off a B5LH body. Okay. Now, in terms of routes, it's going to have 16 routes, which consist of a mixture of both night routes, daytime routes, and of course the good old express routes. Before we go any further, I do encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you stay on top of all the Omsi 2 Addon London news, as we will be posting more news videos, more live streams, and more commentary and no commentary videos of the addon once it's released. So make sure you're subscribed. You can also join the Discord where I post all these useful links. So if you want to get the suit diagram, all the links in the Discord, because it's just handy to have everything in one place. Anyhow, so all of this consists of roughly 30 miles if we consider the routing, and as you can see, whilst a lot of it is shared routes, they all have their own unique section for the most part. So I'm going to start off at the left hand corner. We have the 159 from, actually let's try to do this in numerical order. So we have the tree. So this is the route map here actually. So what I'll do instead is I'm just going to read through this because we get way too confusing, but there you have it really. So there is your there are your routes there. So then the routes we have are the tree from Oxford Circus to Crystal Palace bus station. This is probably a route you're all familiar with because this was part of the South London project. The only difference is that in the South London project it only went up to Carrington, whereas here it goes all the way up to Oxford Circus. The next route we have is the 12, which is from Oxford Circus until Camberwell Green. Then we have the 45 from Elephant and Castle to Clapham Junction. No, so Clapham Park. My bad. Then we have the 59 from Aldwych to Streatham Hill, Telford Avenue, and again it's up to every 5 minutes. They're all operated by different companies. So basically what you see here is a bellow is going to be from one depot. There's 5 depots altogether. So since they're all different companies, they're obviously all from different depots. So there's 5 depots altogether. So that probably consists of Go Ahead London, Arriva, and Balliol, and then probably one of those companies has more than one depot in the add-on. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. Then we have the 68 and the X68, so which is just an express variant from Aldwych to West Norwood. And again, at the right hand side, what you see are these are the buses that operate the route. So I think this is based off 2015. I'm not sure. It might not be very recent because obviously this map began development in 2015. So this allocation may not reflect the real life allocation of the routes at the moment, or it may do. I'm not too sure. We have the 133 from Elephant and Castle to Streatham bus station, the 159 from Marble Arch to Streatham bus station, the 201. This is now basically these are all the city routes. So these are the routes that go through the city centre, and then once we pass the 100s, so once we go to the 200s, 300s, 400s, these are all local routes. So these are kind of routes that are orbital or go in the suburbs, don't really go into the city centre. So for those of you who want to break from the bustling city streets, these are the routes for you. So then you have the 201 from Horn Hill to Streatham bus station, and this is operated by the Enviro 200 city, I think it was. There you go. So it's the minibus. This is the 8.9 meter variant. A few people were asking whether this comes with a regional variation. It does not. I think the developer was saying that they were planning to obviously do a few bug fixes as they evolve, as they become pointed out. But then again, I think they also said they're gonna work on, maybe I think they said something about this bus, I can't remember. It was in the Fellows Films page, so you can probably refer to that to find out what exactly the story is. But after that, he has said that he's going to work on a new project, which is fair enough. After 5 years, you probably want a break. Then you have the 322 from Brixton to Crystal Palace bus station. You have the 415 from Old Kent Road to Tulse Hill. You have the 432 from Brixton to Annerley Station. You have the P5 from Elephant and Castle to Brixton. We have the N2, so then we have the night line. So these are the night lines. We have two night lines, the N2 from Brixton to Crystal Palace bus station, and the N3, again, this might be familiar from the South London project, but again, this route is the full variation rather than the shortened variation which we had in the South London project, from Oxford Circus to Annerley Station. And then we have the rail replacement service from Elephant and Castle to Streatham. So those are all the routes that are featured in the add-on, altogether 16 routes, and this is your map here. This is the kind of area it covers, so a lot of it is duplication, but then a lot of it is new areas for you to explore and different districts. So altogether you have the city centre, and then you have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 districts to explore, and then obviously have some more areas there as well. Okay, then on top of that, here we have a destination code. So here it basically tells you all the different versions. So basically, you can do shorter versions of the route, longer versions of the route, etc., etc. So you have all these destinations here for the 3, the 12, the 45, the 59, the 68, the X68, the 133, the 159, and the 201, 322, 415, 422, P5, N2, N3. And that's it. So those are all the routes that will be featured in the add-on. So again, makes up it's basically 30 miles, and in kilometers, if we do the math there quickly, so that's 30 divided by 5, no, yeah, 30 divided by 5 multiplied by 3 is 18, so it's about 48 kilometers in length, so just under 50 kilometers of area to explore. But yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that thumbs button. Do not forget, or I do encourage you to subscribe to make sure you stay on top of the Omsi 2 Addon London news, as well as getting to see videos of all the routes as soon as the add-on is released, so as soon as possible. And then of course you can also join the Discord if you want to get links to all this stuff here as well. That's it for now. Until next time.